Hello folks, today I'm checking out a 13-in-1 docking station from BenQ. This is the BenQ beCreatus DP1310, a professional USB-C docking station. It's basically a piece of tech that gives you more physical ports and expansion options. For example, your laptop may only have one video output, such as a HDMI port, and maybe a couple of USB ports. If you wanted to connect more devices to your laptop than you physically have ports for, you'd have to unplug something before connecting something else. Fortunately, a docking station such as this comes in handy in a scenario like this. It gives you more physical connections and only takes one port in your laptop. In this video, I'll do a quick unboxing followed by a closer look at the BenQ DP1310 docking station. I'll talk about its design and its build quality, I'll do a demo, and I'll finish with an overall summary. So let's begin with an unboxing. So in the box you get the following. There's a quick start guide, a warranty card, a card to extend the warranty, a regulatory safety statement, the docking station itself, the power brick and power adapter, a HDMI 2.1 8K certified cable, and a USB Type-C 3.2 4K cable. Now, other than the quick start guide, there isn't a printed manual. Instead, there's a QR code you can scan located inside the quick start guide, which takes you to an online PDF manual and product support page. So let's take a closer look at the docking station. Now there's a sticker on the docking station to remind you that you must download the display link drivers before using the dock. The quick start guide states the same message as well. Display link is a technology used by this dock. It allows you to have multiple video outputs and works with a wide range of machines, from business laptops to Apple MacBooks. Therefore, you must ensure you download and install the relevant display link drivers before using this docking station. The BenQ 1310 docking station feels really well made. It feels solid to hold. The front section and the green round button are plastic, but the main body is all metal. The big green button, by the way, is not a dial. It doesn't turn. It's just a button that you can press. There are also two non-slip grey rubber pads on the bottom to stop the dock from sliding. So let's take a look at the ports. This is a 13-in-1 docking station, which means it has a total of 13 ports. On the front, you have the following. Two USB Type-A ports. These offer 7.5 watts of charging and up to 10 gigabits per second transfer speed. One USB Type-C port. This offers 36 watts of charging and supports PD or power delivery protocol, and also has 10 gigabits per second transfer speed. And there's one 3.5mm audio port. On the rear you have the following. Three further USB Type-A ports. These two on the left grouped together inside a white square. These don't offer any charging capabilities and only have a transfer speed of 480 megabits per second. These are basically perfect for peripherals like keyboard and mouse. The one on the right, this offers 7.5 watts of charging and up to 10 gigabits per second transfer speed. There's 1 gigabit Ethernet port. You have three video out ports consisting of one display port 1.2, a HDMI 2.0 port, and a HDMI 2.1 port. You also have a HDMI 2.1 input port. I'll come to the purpose of this a little later. And finally, you have a USB Type-C input. This connects to your laptop, and there's also a DC power input. Here are some of the main selling points. Remember that large green button on the front of the dock? Well, pressing that green button can turn on game mode. Basically, the HDMI 2.1 input at the back of the dock, which is color-coded in green and has an arrow pointing to the HDMI 2.1 output. Well, what this essentially means is that any input into this HDMI port, such as next-gen consoles like the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5, can be displayed on the monitor connected to the HDMI 2.1 output. These consoles both offer gaming in 4K up to 120Hz, which requires a HDMI 2.1 support. The big green button lets you quickly switch between inputs. When the docking station is connected to a compatible laptop via USB Type-C, you can connect up to 3 monitors at 4K 60Hz. Now don't forget to download the DisplayLink drivers first. There are 5 USB Type-A ports, 3 of which offer charging of up to 7.5 watts. There's also a 36-watt fast charging Type-C port on the front of the dock. Its rigid design on the top and bottom of the case allows it to cool down twice as fast, meaning you can use the dock continuously without having to worry about overheating. It comes with an 8K HDMI 2.1 cable, which allows you to embrace Dolby Atmos HDR 8K at 60Hz. Here's a breakdown of all the connection options and methods available. You may want to pause the video briefly. And it offers universal compatibility, meaning it works with HDMI devices such as gaming consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, as well as PCs and USB Type-C devices such as laptops including Windows and Mac OS with support for M1 and M2 chips. It also works with Chrome OS, Linux and Ubuntu. So let's do a quick demo showing the docking station in action. And for this demo, I'll be using this HP laptop and an Xbox Series X gaming console. I'll also be using 2 monitors. This is a 4K LG monitor which supports up to 144Hz at 4K. And this is a 1080p portable monitor. It supports a maximum of 60Hz. So in terms of gaming, I'll be connecting the LG monitor to the HDMI 2.1 out port to benefit from gaming in 120Hz from the Xbox Series X. So let's get everything connected. And here we are. Everything is connected, turned on and working. So let me quickly talk you through what's going on here. So the HP laptop is connected to the docking station using the supplied USB Type-C cable, and that was the 3.2 4K cable. This cable is not only sending all the data and video to the docking station, but it's also charging the laptop at the same time. The docking station is connected to the mains using the DC socket and provided power adapter. I have my keyboard plugged into one of the USB Type-A ports at the back of the dock, and the mouse I'm using is Bluetooth and connected to the laptop. Next, I have the LG 4K monitor connected via the supplied HDMI 8K cable into the HDMI 2.1 out port, and the smaller 1080p monitor is connected to HDMI out port number 2. And finally, I have connected the Xbox Series X with the high-speed HDMI cable that it was supplied with into the HDMI 2.1 in port. So my laptop is connected, it's charging, I now have a dual screen setup, and it's all done with just one cable, the Type-C cable going from the laptop to the dock. And if I want to take a quick break from working, I can simply press the green button and turn on game mode. And when I'm done, simply press the button again and carry on working. The BenQ beCreatus DP1310 provides convenience and simplicity of switching between 2 video inputs while maintaining the ability to game in 120Hz. And of course, don't forget you can even have 3 screens so you can work on 2 and game on 1. Now, as good as this docking station is, I wish it had full KVM functionality. In fairness, it's not designed or sold as a KVM device. However, I really think in a nice and small form factor like this, having full KVM functions would have been a great feature. Overall, this is a great docking station. The build quality is great, it feels really strong and solid, and it has a good amount of ports. I have to say, I do think the whole game mode is slightly gimmicky because fundamentally, pressing the big green button is basically just a shortcut to changing the input mode. It just saves you from having to change the input mode directly onto the monitor, and most monitors have more than one input port at the back these days. So yes, it's quick and convenient, but you don't necessarily need a docking station just to change inputs. But of course, the DP1310 is more than just a button to change inputs. It does so much more. It gives you more physical ports. It gives you the ability to have up to 3 monitors with one laptop. It offers several charging ports, including a 36-watt fast charging port on the front. And of course, it offers the convenience of the game mode without sacrificing the 120Hz refresh rate offered by next-gen consoles. And you don't get this feature on many docking stations. Most docking stations offer about 60Hz refresh rate at most, but with the BenQ 1310 you get to take advantage of your next-gen console's full 120Hz gaming mode. And that, folks, is the BenQ beCreatus DP1310 professional USB-C docking station. So what do you think? Could you see yourself incorporating this into your setup? Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in the BenQ beCreatus 1310, I'll leave all the necessary links in the video description below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Well, folks, thanks for watching. Hope you found this brief video helpful. If you have, please click like and consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, take care and I'll see you on the next one.